Hi guys, this is Starcraft and welcome to the fifth set of ASL round of 24 season 14 group C. This is going to be played between Sharp and Royal. A Terran versus Terran matchup. And hold on, let me just pop in here my DVD. Just a second here. Alright, we got it. Let me turn on my DVD player. Okay. Let me play this movie, Lord of the Ring, the first volume, the Fellowship of the Ring, the Fellowship of the Ring. Excuse me, um, directed by Peter Jackson. The movie is about 178 minutes long. So I hope that by the time that the movie is done, this game would have been over because yeah, that's usually how long Terran versus Terran takes. Just kidding. Anyways, let's get started with the game. Yeah, so in the second age of Middle-earth, the lords of elves, dwarves, and men are given the Ring of Power. Unbeknownst to them, the Dark Lord Sauron forges the One Ring in Mount Doom, instilling into it a great part of his power, in order to dominate the other rings so he might conquer Middle-earth. A final alliance of men and elves battle Sauron's forces in Mordor. Isildur of Gondor severs Sauron's fingers and the ring with it, thereby vanquishing Sauron and returning him to spirit form. With Sauron's first defeat, the Third Age of Middle-earth begins. The ring's influence corrupts. Just kidding. Alright, let's get back to the game. So Sharp is the Terran in the red color located at the top, at the bottom right corner of the screen, and Royal is the blue Terran located at the what is this, bottom left of the screen. This is Sylphid 3-player map. Thank God, 3-player map. 3-player map in the PvP TVT. That means it's gonna be uneven basis, and that means, you know, some guy's gonna lose. The worst you can have in TVT is even number of bases or odd number of bases, but the odd one is in the freaking middle of the freaking map. That's when you have this kind of stalemate situation where you have impasses and neither of the players are able to advance or retreat. You know, and it's like trench warfare in World War One. But anyways, this is gonna be something like that. Sharp is in the red color. He is trying to chase down a marine. Sorry, an SCV. He's got two marines. He started to float his barracks right in the face of Royal. So Royal knows his enemy doesn't have any more marines. Royal's barracks has floated already previously, so he doesn't have as many marines. He's gonna have just a single marine. And this is gonna prompt Sharp to push a little bit forward. His command center is a little bit slower. He's got a single marine more. He's gonna skip this barracks. No, he doesn't skip the barracks. He's gonna take the opportunity to take down the barracks because his own barracks a little bit later. So maybe this is his decision to kind of make up for it by trying to burn down this barracks sooner. The vultures coming out from Royal. The vultures from Sharp's already here in the middle of the map waiting for the other vulture to get down. Let's see which vulture is going to be able to take the first shot. Nope, we don't see anything like that. Maybe this vulture from Sharp is a bait. Sharp is a vulture master. He's a vulture handler. He's a vulture, what is it, wielder, controller, rider. You know, he's known for his excellent vulture control. Another player who's got quite good vulture control is Firebat Hero. Out of all people, yeah. Looks like it's gonna be Vulture War once again. By the way, have you guys played Vulture War? Because I've heard of that, but I've never really played it. It's kind of like a UMS map, right? Something like that. 3 vultures, 1 marine from Royal. He's gonna be defending against 3 vultures and 2 marine. No, these 2 marines are not gonna be in the battle. Let's see which vulture is going to. Good. No, he doesn't pick up the marine. That was not a good attack from Sharp, even though he had a chance to pick up the marine with the vulture, but he attacked something else. Instead, not sure what he attacked because it looks like those vultures are still intact from Royal's point of view. The 4 vultures from Sharp goes home. He is slightly, well, if you look at the supply, he's slightly ahead by about 2-3 supply, but in terms of timing from the command center, he's slightly behind. And Royal now pushes forward in terms of supply a little bit, and the 2 players are kind of neck to neck. We cannot separate between these 2 players. The barracks from Sharp finally gets here, sees a triple command center. Everything is very, very similar. Royal sees the same thing. He was able to count the number of vultures because it's moving horizontally, whereas the barracks from Royal from Sharp needs to move vertically to really see what his enemy has. And now these vultures already started to move out. A total of 7 vultures from Royal and 8 vultures from Sharp. Sharp has 1 vultures more, but now 3 more vultures just pop out. So now it looks like Royal has 10 vultures total, and Sharp, well, he's building something. Well, his machine Sharp is spinning. Let's see which player has a better vulture spread, because it's gonna be spread all that matters. The surround is gonna be what really makes the decision. But the tank pops just in the nick of time, and this tank is gonna have to do a lot of damage. But this is kind of a vulnerable situation for Sharp at this moment. He has just a single tank, and if that tank gets surrounded, that's gonna be very difficult to fight in the mid game. But if he gets just one more tank, then he's gonna be doing just fine. The 2 players are just head on, guys. Look at the supply, just inching up one by one, and then surpassing and immediately getting eclipsed by the other player. That shows the high level of skill these guys are. Where are these 3 vultures behind? They're gonna waiting here for run by, maybe they wait for the rest of the vultures and the tank troops to move past a demilitarized line, the line that divide North and South Korea, the line that divide North and South Vietnam, the line that divide North and South America. Just kidding. Now it looks like those vultures are just going to be there to lay some mines at the 7 o'clock position. They might regroup with the rest of the troops later. Let's see, where's the 3rd base for both of these players? Looks like for Sharp is obvious. It's going to be the inner 4 o'clock positions, but for Royal it's going to be a little bit less obvious, because the base at the inner 8:30 is very close to the siege line of Sharp. So he might go for the back base at the 10 o'clock position. Of course, that base is going to make him just 1 base shorter going into the mid game. But let's see, the barracks from Royal is probably gonna finally start to burn down now. And both of the players are exerting control on the map by sending their you know expeditory forces of vultures into the various corners of the map, gathering information, laying mines, spreading Christianity. Just kidding, nope, they're not spreading Christianity, they're not the Crusaders. And this barracks is gonna be burning in the corner. So it looks like, yeah, Royal takes the cheap way out, the chicken way out. He's gonna go for the command center at the 10 o'clock position. Sharp has not built his command center. Let's see if he's building a floating command center somewhere. No, but it doesn't look like it. Sharp is ahead by about 5 supply. He is kind of surrounding a Royal a little bit. If you look at the map, the color and the way they're spreading out, it looks like Sharp is going to kind of cut the map in half, and he just covers the entrance towards the top corner of the map with his mine. So of course these division lines are purely temporary. They can be broken anytime, revert anytime, flip, you know, upside down, left side right, inside out, you know, right side wrong, and all of that stuff. So we do not count anything out in this kind of crazy Terran versus Terran battle. Alright, let's get back to the plot of Lord of the Ring. So the ring's influence corrupts Isildur, who takes it for himself and is later killed by orcs. The ring is lost in the river for 2,500 years until it is found by Gollum, who owns it for over 4.5 centuries. The ring abandons Gollum, and it is subsequently found by a hobbit named Bilbo Baggins, who is unaware of its history. 60 years later, Bilbo celebrates his 111th birthday in the Shire, reuniting with his old friend the wizard Gandalf the Grey. Bilbo departs the Shire for one last adventure, and he leaves his inheritance, including the ring, to his nephew Frodo. Gandalf investigates the ring, discovers its true nature, and learns that Gollum was captured and tortured by Sauron's orcs, revealing 2 words during his interrogation: Shire and Baggins. Gandalf returns and warns Frodo to leave the Shire. As Frodo departs with his friend Gardener Samwise Gamgee, Gandalf arrives to Isengard to meet with the wizard Saruman, but discovers his alliance with Sauron, who has dispatched his 9 undead Nazgûl servant to find Frodo. And looks like Sharp, during this period of time, was under siege by Royal. Royal has the low ground, however Sharp has the high ground, but Sharp is down by about 25 supply. Holy crap, how the heck does it happen? But Sharp still has the high ground advantage, so it's going to be doing just fine, I think, in the time being. Royal takes the opportunity to go for his 4th command center at the 10:30. Some vultures come out trying to lay some mine, but those are not enough. But the tanks on the low ground are way too strong. They're gonna start to get to the middle line now. And this line is going to get siege from all sides. Looks like Sharp is forced to abandon his newly found command center, his newly found West Indies territories, and he's gonna have to go and build his stuff somewhere else. Maybe the 6 o'clock will be a potential base here. Oh, we have a tank hiding behind the bushes. That's really interesting. Okay, so it just lifts the command center slightly a little bit. So that it can, so that Sharp can still mine the gas, and looks like Royo is gonna try to get up on the ramp. Sharp needs to get up on the ramp before Royo does, but looks like Sharp is being way too slow. He's not moving up the ramp just yet. If he moves up the ramp, he can cut the reinforcement by Royo into half. He is gonna first destroy the mines that block this area, and this tank on the high ridge is gonna be very annoying for Royo, because when he moves his army out, some of the army will inevitably be attacked by this tank's shell. Looks like Sharp is once again playing the smart game. He's being disadvantaged in the mid game, but he plays for the long game. He knows that he can, if he can trade well, even if you have fewer bases, fewer minerals, and stuff like that, he can still win in the later game. Looks like this single tank is gonna get surrounded. Oh my god, that tank hiding in the bush is finally gonna get discovered. Wakey, peekaboo. And then now the rest of royal forces are joining in. The royal versus the imperialists. Who's going to win? No, wait, sorry. The royalists are the imperialists. So these are the revolutionaries. I guess the revolutionists are getting pushed back by the royalists. The royalists comes in, and the royalists are very sharp with their attack. They come in. No, I'm getting very confused here. The tanks are finally in the face of Sharp. The Sharp have the high ground advantage on the other side of the map. Do we have some drop B here? We have some vultures coming in, but I'm not sure what kind of damage he was able to do. But now the tank is going to shell this entire mineral line. And where's the rest of Sharp's army? It's here, and I'm not sure what it's attacking exactly. It's wow, the purpose of those units really baffles me. It's gonna be better to move them up and use them somewhere else. We have something being dropped here, maybe vulture droppings, and they're gonna start to lay some mines, and this is gonna allow the tanks of Sharp to move a little bit forward. But oh my god, Royal has 5 command centers. He's built another command center already at the inner 12 o'clock position, and more units coming on to reinforce. And Cloak, great! But beautiful comsat work there. Is able to take out the last of the raid, and this tank is going to be coming out, dropping more stuff. Are those Goliath or vultures? Not so sure. Goliath, they need to take out the Cloak Wraith, not the tanks. But now they're going to be able to push forward the tanks on Sharp. But the very clumsy siege work, that was the stupidest siege work I've ever seen. And it looks like Sharp is going to fall apart to the young and audacious Royal. The royalist forces are pushing into the face of the revolutionaries, the guerrillas, and now it looks like the royalists are going to get the upper hand. And shall we get back to Lord of the Ring? No, let's not do that. I think the game's gonna end soon. There's no way that Sharp could win now. He's gonna be having just half the supply of Royal. Royal's gonna take his 6th command center, and Sharp doesn't want to get humiliated anymore. He GG, and it's gonna be Royal who proceeds to the next stage together with Queen. Thanks for watching, and have a good day. Bye bye.